almost made me not be here today. Trying to fit into spaces that did not speak to me as Barbara. So what spaces are you in as you? Because if you are in a space and you are seeking validation in that space, mukwano nandiyagadde oddukeyo olwaleero, it is suicide. That space should be a space that adds value to you. Again, how can you know your value when you do not know your purpose? It is very difficult to know what my value is without knowing my purpose. I like what Matt said. He said, we always concentrate on who we are now. But I told you, even every day I wake up, someone tells me, Barbara, you're fabulous. I'm like, how? Then they tell you something and you have never even thought about it. Who you are will always change. Who you are not is another story. Because that is what defines who you are today. Let me give you an example. In college, I loved alcohol. I won't lie. Oh, I loved it. I used to call it medicine, the red medicine. Loved my red wine. Used to drink it like I was not going to wake up the next morning. Huh? So the kinds of crowds I hung out with were the it crowd. They come, they pick you up, you go out, you're spending no money. You've gotten very little money. The little money you've gotten, you're spending. I remember you have to buy everybody around. Some of the guys here feel me. Even if it is just a soda. When I say medicine, even soda can be medicine because you can have a whole crate, which is unhealthy. At the end of the day. But this crowd, every day, I was dying slowly inside. It is a lot worse than trying to hang myself on the rope. There was no difference. The only difference was I was drinking my life, what? Away. Until one day my son, oh, by the way, yes, I have a 16-year-old and an 8-year-old. My 8-year-old comes to me at that time, I think he was around, maybe 4, and says, Mommy, if you die, who's going to take care of me? Very simple statement. But every day I would wake up and go to work and be okay and go and inspire others. But the night before, I've spent like 1 million in a bar. Shillings. And then they come back and say, Tewali mede, tewali mata, tewali. And I'm like, bloody hell, I spent the money in the bar. Then you know what I do? I borrow. Are you seeing how life is a spiral? The money that I should have spent at home, I have spent it in the what? Now I'm doing what? Which is going to what? Add on to the stress. Do you see how the things we are not destroy our lives and inform character? After that is when I realized that, you know what, Babs? I miss it. But 3 years sober is not bad. So it's been 3 years that I haven't touched alcohol. But I had to use that story, and I'm using it in this context to show you that from a very long time ago, I started drinking when I was 14. Exactly. And I have to be candid about this. And I used to tell everybody I'm a social drinker. I drank, I smoked for 10 years. So there's nothing you cannot tell me that you're doing what now that I did not do. I did. I did everything. But every time I tried to do those things, I was trying to do what? To fit in spaces that were not my spaces. And guys, let me tell you, once I started eliminating, that is when I started making money. The irony of life. Once I started removing, then I started knowing, this person has never been my friend. They just like me because of my name. Okay. This person just likes me because of the car. Eventually you start knowing who your true friends are. You start knowing who your networks are. Once you start eliminating, and we all know the spaces we're in. Guys, if there's one thing you take out today, your network is your net worth. The people, the who you are today is the kind of people you hang out with. I'm going to repeat that. The who you are today. Those are the people you're hanging out with. Please look at your network. If every morning I wake up, I'm hating myself, I don't like myself, where you're the one with visible every day. In fact, someone sees you and says, kasekende we are yingi, let me walk away. You, the who you are today, are the people you hang out with. So please, let's go back and try and look at our networks, because they inform who we are. That is one of our principles that I want us to take. I'm just going to have you take 5 principles with you. Look at what you're doing with yourself. And hopefully the way they helped me is the way they can help you. The other one from networks, which for me is very, very critical, is something called courage. And these I can share. It's just a WhatsApp. How many of us, every day we wake up when we fear something? Yeah, I still fear cockroaches. Next one. Every day you wake up, you fear. How many of us have moved beyond the fear and have been like, why was I fearing? How many? You see? It is the same hands. We fear, we fear, we fear. Netutia, netutia, netutia. Then you jump off the plane, you're like, I landed. So why was I fearing? Courage. Guys, courage. The principle of courage. If I sit in a place and I start being comfortable, when I say comfortable, let me give an example. So you do something, you do it every day, you even do it without thinking. So when you wake up, I brush my teeth, I comb my hair, I shower, I put on my clothes, I walk out, I come sit in a class, I get up, I sit in a car, I go. You do that day in, day out, day in, day out. You have never done anything different. You're in your comfort zone. Right now, you guys are doing something different. You're here. So clap for yourselves. Because your friends are at home on Netflix or something else. But you guys are here. How many are in VAC? S6 VAC. Yay! All right. And the rest are in university, yes? Your friends are doing other things. It is the long holiday. You're here. So that is already a good thing. But how many of us have ever tried anything different? Case in point. I'm dropped in the United States at the age of 16. I enter a dorm room. I have been in Namagunga from P3 to S4, mind you. I didn't even finish S4. I don't even know what my results were. So because I was all over the place and trying to end my life and that halabalu, my parents were like, okay. I was sent abroad. I got a chance. It was on full scholarship. But when I went abroad, my first surprise, remember I told you I was in a girls' school, In Uganda, it is taboo to even hold a boy. How? In our days, you guys, I don't know, things have changed. But in our days, my dear, you would be hung on a rope if they found you touching a boy. Anyway, so I get into a dorm room, and the dorm room, this is my room, very nice, very big, people have TVs, what? I have just a doll. Why I went with a doll? Anyway, I have a doll and, my beddings. That's why I go when I go to Namagunga in the boarding school with my suitcase. Guys are coming in with TVs. That was 1997. What? Anyway, opposite was the guy's bathroom. The boys here have 6 packs. I have never seen that. I was like, Ugandan boys don't have that. But anyway, so of course I'm getting out of my room. What is that? And the boys always used to wear towels like up to here. You're like, my God. So you can imagine Barbara in the dorm room every morning. Just, it's raining, man. Hallelujah. Anyway, so I had never seen that in my life. I see it on TV. On top of that, these same boys, are very 6-pack, are driving the latest cars. I don't know, I was, On top of that, the girls would look at me and call me, oh, that girl, the exotic girl from Africa, the one that has a pet lion. Kwegamba, I had a pet lion. I was a daughter of a king. 1997 was a very interesting year. Some of you were not born even that year. So I was just called the exotic girl, okay? I was in a school where there were 3 black students at that time. And when I saw that, guess what happens to Barbara? Before, when I was in Namagunga, I could fit in everywhere. I knew my peeps were the same culture. Here, the Luzungu is too much. First of all, I don't even understand what they're saying, and they're talking so fast. So 90% of the time, I'm catching up with what they're saying. I get into seclusion. That is when I understood what depression was. Because I had no one to talk to. To talk to someone in Kampala, I had to write a letter. It took 1 month, a letter to get there. We didn't have smanya internet, email. It was there abroad, but it wasn't here yet. So I had no one to talk to apart from a letter from my mother every month, once a month, that used to come in to say, how are you? I hope the grades are okay. That was it. Love, mom. So I went into seclusion. I actually lost so much weight, I was 41 kilos. And then these Bazungus took me aside and said, you are depressed. I told them, what does depression mean? That was the first time I found out what that meant. But then something that is very real, I think my friend here had a long night, something that is very real. Then they tell me that, Madam, do you know that loneliness is a disease? Loneliness. Who knew? Not being alone. 2 different things, guys. Not being alone. Loneliness. Exactly. And I was told, until you start doing something with your life, if you start wasting away, we'll have to send you back home. You cannot die on American soil. That was the first time in my life that I knew I had to do something for myself. The next day, I got up and decided to look at the clubs around. Whether they loved me or didn't love me, I did not care. How could I go and face Mr. Kaseke and tell him they sent me home because I was lonely? That, now on my mind, that was what I was thinking about. Ngenda kuswala. But guys, that small thing of ngenda kuswala, so that people don't think that I'm lonely, is what made me wake up. As I speak, even if you Google me, at Elmhurst College, I ended up being the head of the international crew, the head of the president club, So I started doing so many things that I got my school fees paid. Actually, until I finished my master's degree. My point that I'm bringing out is I got out of that space where I thought, to a space where I was like, let me move forward and do something for me. But even then, that was not easy. When I started getting out, again, waking up with a purpose, one of the professors saw me and said he wanted me to teach East African history. I'm even laughing. East African history in a high school in Elmhurst. I told him, I don't think I can do that. He said, yes, you can. I saw you present to be head of the student council. I saw you present. I think you can teach East African history. Guys, I had never read an East African history book. That day I ordered 4 textbooks from Kampala. I taught an East African history class in high school. But what made me realize my purpose was in that class. There was one black American girl. It was a very elite school. One black American girl. In all of the class, all the white kids were like, oh my God, I was like, oh, these kids are so cute. I think they didn't understand what I was saying. But anyway, this girl gets up and says, she was the only one that asked a question. Why did you sell us into slavery? I said, excuse me? With an, black Americans' attitude, why did you her hair flipping? I looked at this girl, I said, 200 years ago, Pagamba, I got you 200 years ago and sold you. I'm trying to understand this question because I don't think you and I were born 200 years ago. No? It's like, no, but you Africans, we are here struggling. Oh, it was an interest. I had never seen that in my life. But as the girl was speaking, guys, it helped me realize the beauty of having identity. For the first time in my life, I appreciated being Ugandan. Every day I wasn't appreciating. Until that girl spoke. I was like, hey, you mean people I was very excited that I was Ugandan. In fact, after that, I started wearing African actually, till today, I always wear something African on me since that day. But when that girl asked that question, I realized the essence of validation, that validation has to start with me. I have to validate myself. Everything that I do has to be me first. We are always outward facing. Everything we do, Gundi has said this, but Gundi said this, but so and so said that. What about you? So and so did this to me, so and so did this to me. Are you sure you did not do something to them before they did that something to you? We are always outward blaming. Sweet, blaming somebody every day. Please know the issue is you. That one I'm not even going to beat around the bush. If you wake up blaming, complaining about other people, everything, it is other people, you're like my student in that class. The issue is you. There's no identity. There's no authenticity. And you see yourself in other people's light, which is the first step to failure. So I'll go back to the original reason, or the original thing that I said earlier. Who are you and what is your purpose? As I'm slowly closing, we spoke about courage, we spoke about networks, authenticity. Who can tell me what authenticity means? Who understands it in your own terms? Who hasn't spoken? You didn't speak yet, huh?
Okay, for me, authenticity is the quality of something being true and not a cheap copy of a great original.
Another answer? I'm coming.
I would refer it to validity or validation. That something is valid. Something.
Okay, I'll put that. Put these chairs, okay, sit. I forget. You can't stand up easily.
I think it's being genuine.
You know, in Buganda we say when you touch the thing of all so, you know, let the hands be free. Okay, original, you said genuine? Okay.
According to me, authenticity is how original is what you're putting out to the world, and how true are you being to yourself.
Okay. I'll take, okay.
To me, I think authenticity is being true to oneself without pretending to be what you are not.
Excellent. Okay, let me take one more answer from the gentleman in the back. You know, you should have made spaces here for people like us who are a little bit, you know. These ones were meant for students. No.
To me, authenticity is unfiltered realness. Unfiltered realness.
I think in relation to who you are or who I am, authenticity means being true to myself without pretense, without any spices on myself, being true, like I really bring out my true image to the others.
Last one here. All those are good answers. Closing out.
I think it is being genuine and real. Being genuine and real to the people around me.
Being genuine and real to the people around you. How many of us are on social media? I'm going to take all your tags and look you up. Okay. Before I hire somebody, when you come to me and tell me you are interested in a job, I'm like, oh, what's your name? You know, are you on FB? Yeah? I first Google the heck out of you before you come for my interview. Now, when you come to my interview and the person I Googled is different from the person in my room, I do not care how good your resume is, I don't give you the job. And that is 99.9% of employers out there. So who are you online? If you go and Google Barbara Kasekende, what you see here is exactly what you will get. Authenticity. If I know myself and I know my worth, what I put out there will be the same across. A young lady came to interview some time back. I think, was it? No. Must have been Stanbic when I was in Stan. I have traveled a lot in my career days. And when she came over, lovely resume, good presentation. You know, Ugandans, twagala nyo luzungu, excellent talking skills. Hey, she won simanya accolades where. But you see, accolades, is it are they going to do the job? No. So all these things came through, but her Instagram, hello babes. Woo! Nice body. You know, I mean, to each their own. Yeah? But the role she was applying for was not speaking to the person on her socials. Are we together? There's nothing wrong. Go and show. I mean, hey, mama gave you. Go show, you know. But you can't be that person, and then you come and be somebody else. And then you're looking to inspire and help communities. When you are, I mean, come on. We are seeing everything. And you're going to deal with so many stakeholders. From government to to religious leaders. And we are seeing everything. Even that day she posted, when she was in Dubai. You know those things where you keep posts for a bit, then you post them. Those things. Guys, I'm not saying it is bad. You do you, if that is you. Where I am coming from, is that the true you? When we speak of purpose, what you post on your socials should be in line with your purpose, darlings. There's nothing wrong with vacation. I post vacation pictures. But what message are you putting out there? Huh? I can't be twerking on a boat and then I am out handing out food, smanyaware, and then I am here being in the church, being how, and then, Bananga, I am very confused. Which one? Authenticity. Who is the true you? Everything that I see about you has to be the same message. If you go out, have a good time. I'm not saying don't go out. On my posts, you can go. Google. Those who can Google, you can go ahead. Go on my pages. I'm not saying don't go out and have a good time. Guys, you are young. Anything I put on this phone, anything, is going to be kept for life. I don't care who you pay to remove it. So if you want to tell someone, I'm an authentic leader, I'm an authentic manager, you know, we like to throw that word around. Someone is like, oh, that's nice, that's lovely. Oh, you know, so I was looking at your Instagram. Yeah, oh, you do this, really? And that's how most people fail interviews. And for those who are looking for jobs, even after you're done with this, that's what's going to happen. And if you've seen most job interviews, what is the first thing they ask for? What are your social? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on what? Why do you think they're asking for that? If those two are not matching, baby, life is going to be very difficult. So be careful with the message that you put out there. Is it true to your purpose? Okay? As I finish, adaptability. One person who can tell me what they know about adapt or what they think. Someone who hasn't spoken. I want to pick someone who hasn't spoken. Are they always the same people in class who speak? And now I know the people who were like me when they were in high school.
Adaptability is the change and flexibility, because change is the only constant in life.
Adaptability, I can relate it in real life. Dinosaurs and crocodiles. Dinosaurs didn't adopt, and they are no more. Thank you.
The story of evolution, okay. Evolution versus religion. Anyway, very confusing topics, but okay. Even as we speak today, the world is changing. It changes every second, every microsecond. If I look to the left, something is changing. I know my time is up practically, I think. Huh? Oh, 30 minutes. Might not finish 30 minutes, but okay. Thank you, darling. Good timekeeper. Guys, we have to be ready for change. Me, I'm a dinosaur. I'm the oldest person in this room, I think, right? Anybody above 40 here? Who? The hardest thing in life is to do something that is not comfortable to you. You go ask for a job. When you get onto the desk, do you think even now when you came to this, did you know all the things that you're learning? You didn't. Every day there is something new. If you want to know the secret to success, adapt to change. When I went to school, we were using floppy disks. Who knows what a floppy disk is? You guys, you're sharp. Floppy disk. Now what are we using? Manya now, Smanya, I watch you, Bluetooth, floppy. One file I needed like 20 floppy disks, of which I had to wait in line. And that was America. Now I wonder what was happening in Makerere. We have to be ready to adapt to change. Because if we do not do NC Ejatule Kamabega, and you guys are .com kids, at least for us, we lived co and we kwepenad. Now you people are not kwepenaring your smanya roadblocks, smanya what, the games. Did you see the game? You don't even, don't you talk to each other through your games? I don't know what games you people play these days. I didn't know these games. Wakwepena, smanya dulu, smanya dachi. Do you know those games? Sonko. But my point is, the trajectory of life changes every day. So it means even with your purpose or whichever direction you're going, you have to be able to change with it. One of the things I'm always called to evaluate young people's businesses, being a banker by, okay, that is my other thing. I didn't get into my details. But I'm a banker, 15 years plus in the financial industry. And I'm always called to evaluate businesses that are looking for money, whether it's seed capital or grants. It's part of some of the consultancies I do. And I'm very used to, you bring a nice, beautiful paper, we go through it, I look at the financials, what? This boy sent an app and his website for us to review, but the website had all the details, but the way he had laid out the details of his company, I got so confused. But I had to evaluate the kid. And of course he was the best because he got 700,000 euro, actually, for his project. But it took me a whole week to understand, versus these guys who send me my nice spreadsheets and I can look at them properly. This one sent. But that is one of the reasons why he actually won. Because he used technology. And that was the product he was selling. So he sold us his pitch using his product. We got confused. But he was the best evaluated. And as I speak, he's really, really doing so well right now. Adapting to change. Otherwise, I would have failed him. I would have said, next. if I hadn't understood what he was doing. So are we ready to adapt to change? Hmm? Lastly, guys, as I leave, your peace of mind, gwengo omuntu. Your wellness is only possible in your body, mind, and spirit. You're going to have to learn to be selfish. What do I mean by being selfish? Go first. In life, it's you first, by the way. Okay, it's God first, then you second. Everything you do, you come first. Even when you're paid a salary, you pay yourself first. Paying yourself first, I don't mean you go and take the other one I talked about. I mean savings, what? You have to learn to take care of yourself. And maybe let me explain. This is my routine. My day starts at 4:45 in the morning. I work out for an hour. I say my prayers for 30 minutes. I take a 30-minute shower. Ladies, of course, with makeup and hair, it takes another 20 minutes, But all that time, I have not once gone on my phone. Because every 2 seconds, there'll be an email or something. Or now when you get to my age, there's a death, there's a wedding, there's a baby, Not once have I gotten onto the phone. I am a mom and a wife, so I don't need husband disturbing me. So this is my time. Guys, even if it means taking 30 minutes out of your day for you, and that means just sitting and not doing anything, it is okay. But if you do not take care of you, how are you going to take care of others? Huh? We are here at this peer academy. We want to go and help and change the young people in this country, isn't it? How am I going to do that? I like what you've said. Say it again.
You give out what you are. If you are bitter, you give out bitterness.
She has summed it all up. Thanks, darling. You give out what you. So if there is bad energy in this room, in this cohort, remember I told you there are 17 people that you don't know about? And those 17 people have 17 people? And those the mathematicians do the number. Is there a number to that? So it always starts with you. Self. The power of self. Mwerabirire. I need to take care of me. It is okay, go for a massage in the good massage parlors, not the other ones. Whatever it means. If it means working out, work out. If it means going to church and saying prayers in the mornings, do so. For us Catholics who have the morning church or whatever it is. But take care of you. Self. And as I end this, and I know it is quite early in the morning, and I know it's been a lot of talking. Guys, you have been given an opportunity to impart change. Do not take it for granted. As I speak tomorrow, I'm going to a wedding as a mom to a young lady I mentored since she was in S4. She's now getting married. Can you imagine? There's nothing as beautiful as those young people you're going to help. They come back and say, Nage, thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. It is the most, I don't care how much money you have. Somebody said it, why do the rich kill themselves? There's nothing as beautiful as someone coming and telling you, I would not have lived my life if you didn't add value to it. So do not take this chance for granted. And for those that believe in the higher power, if or else, do it for him. Do it for him with one heart. But he created your body as a temple. And with those words, guys, I'd like to come to the end of my session and leave you with one last video to just let all this sink in. The power to succeed is with you, nobody else. It starts with you. It ends with you. Now, how you take that journey from start to finish, that is your story to tell in your book. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the academy. Oh, there was a note for me. But in the meantime, can we get that second video? I think whoever wrote this note, you can come and see me on the side. Can we have the second video to wrap up? But guys, have fun. Discover yourselves. Get to know each other. And I always say the person next to you could be your chance for success. So tovawano when you haven't made at least 1 or 2 connections. Tovawano nga tokoze at least 1 or 2 connections. Thank you so much, guys.
It's
Enjoy the
your
rest of the
job to
academy.
make your
Let me have the second video up as I wrap up.
The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sexual and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy, we empower young people in communications, we empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been...
that you've got to parent yourself. You got to push yourself. You're not going to make your dreams come true.
If you want to live your best life, your absolutely best life, you got to do me a huge favor. You got to watch them choices you make. People make bad choices. They wake up and make another bad choice. They make another bad choice. Now they got a habit of bad choices, right? And they like, how did I get here? Choices. How did I get here? You trying to get to certain places, but you ain't making the choices that's going to get you there. You all in your feelings.
The problem is that most people, they can't get up in the morning. They ain't got no energy. They don't got the energy to keep up with me. I'm like, boo, ain't nothing wrong with you. You just ain't got the stamina. You just ain't got the energy. You can't smart everything. You can't outthink everything. Some stuff is just, you gotta be powerful. It's just some stuff that you gotta have stamina for. You just too slow. It just take you too long. You wake up, take you 3 weeks to do what it can take 24 hours to do. It don't make you a bad person, but you're gonna forever be average because to be great, you got to keep up. No alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up. My drive wakes me up. My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and have whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game? You gotta begin with the end in mind, so whatever your dream or your goal is, you gotta wake up every day to it. You gotta go to bed with it. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You gotta read stuff, the music you listen to, everything you do, gotta pour into that dream. I didn't get to where I am. I didn't get here being lazy. I didn't get here binge watching TV. I didn't get here taking days off. I personally know what it takes. One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime. In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on. You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live. You gotta kill. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100%. Every single day, I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. And your grind has to match your dream. You can't play as much as you used to play. You can't go where you used to go. You can't do what you used to do. And now you gotta pick your grind up. And I need you to wake up every single day, and I need you to use your 24 hours like you've never used it before.
Morning to you all. A vote of thanks to Madame Barbara for the great information that she has passed on to us, because I believe all of us have challenges in self-discovery. Me personally here, I also have some challenges, but I appreciate the 5 principles which have clearly hinted on quite a number of things that we have to put in life so that we can reach great heights. You get it? So for that, I appreciate Madame Barbara for the great information, and also the urge she has to continuously communicate to us. And for that, let's give her a serious abako, Kalavanda, Madame Barbara.
They need to get up and walk. Tomorrow at the breakfast.
All right. So, some of you came late and you didn't attend the assembly in the morning. So we are reconvening for the assembly. Push the chairs to the front and we line up in our groups. Yep. Up. Guys, let's push the chairs to the front. I want space at the back. A lot of space. Just push your chair to the front. The people at the front. Mwaba ino soak. Mpaka waliye. Backbenchers, push your chairs. Okay, to the syndicates to get that ready. We have some wires down, so it's... Guys, we have wires down, just carry the chairs. Hello, there is a wire, just carry the chair.
The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sex and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy. We empower young people in communications. We empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me in the 9th cohort was the teamwork that they had. They worked together as a team, and we had a quiz during this 9th cohort, and it was the first of its kind, and it was really, really great. You could see that there's teamwork. It was really amazing.
What inspired me to join Reach Your Hand Uganda? The passion that I have for it, and I heard about it because I heard about it, it's for the young people, so I had that passion to pass on information to the young people.
I've seen its products, for example, Clinton and Rosetta, people that I've been able to meet and have been so inspirational in my life. So if they picked a leaf from this organization, then why not me?
I needed to get more information about sexual reproductive health and rights.
Us as the youth, we tend to think we kind of know like everything, but when I joined the academy, actually I realized that we don't know a lot.
I joined so as to get more knowledge on SRHR so that I can pass to other people in communities, most of those who marginalize and take these young people as if they are joking when they express some of these things to them.
The objective of the Peer Educators Academy is to give the young people knowledge to make informed life choices.
You as an adult in this room, we want you to make an informed choice after we've given you the information.
Our communities perish because they don't have the right information. Information about health, information about physical health, information about mental health, and also spiritual health.
If you're saying you're a woman of values, you're a woman that respects yourself, you're a woman that is trying to achieve their dreams, then focus on your dreams. And know that in this life, there are a lot of challenges that we go through on a daily basis.
Deep down, I've always believed in myself and known I'm just as...
The outstanding sessions that I had in the CSP 2023 is that I got to learn more about the sexual reproductive health and rights. I got to learn to know how to plan. So many things that I learned that are really so crucial in life that you're supposed to be having.
One that stood out for me the first time was about the discipline of the bed, how to sleep. Then two, I like the advocacy.
I'm interested in mental health and psychology, and we've had sessions to deal with that. So I've learned a lot in the sector that I'm really, really interested in.
We tend to think mental health is a thing for the whites. That even one day I told a friend about it, and then he was like, those are white diseases, not African diseases.
I intend to pass on the information I've learned to people who need it, because we've had cases where teenagers have the highest cases of depression, stress. So I would love to pass on the issues to do with mental health and how to maintain stability in that sector to the people of my age, maybe older or younger than me.
I would love to advocate for most of the things that I've learned here. I would love to fight for the young people outside there that are really missing out on this information, not because of ignorance, but it's because they don't have the information or they've not been told.
I intend to take out the messages I've learned to the people out there that have not been.
I want a volunteer who is going to lead the anthems. Anthems. The national anthem, the East African anthem, then the schools anthem. Schools, there is a general anthem for schools. I want a volunteer. Guys, make sure the lines are straight. You're going to lose marks as groups. Hey, we are not joking. So the people with disabilities should be the first people on the lines. The deaf, let them be the first people on the line so that they can see their interpreter. Boss. Are we good? Emma, your group is going to lose marks because of you. We said a straight line, and you're in the middle. Straight line, guys. So this is an actual assembly. I expect total silence. Yeah? We are going to have the anthems, then we shall have a speech from the head teacher, and then we shall go back to our classes. Are we together? So I want silence.
Okay, good morning, school. At ease, attention. At ease, attention. Oh, Uganda, we lay our teacher in the hand. United dream. E Mungu twaomba ulinde na malengo yetu, jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, umoja wetu limoja yetu, jumuiya yetu, viwandani na hata msingi wa umoja wetu, na tulinde uhuru na amani, mila zetu na desturi zetu, jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu limoja yetu, viwandani na hata mashambani, tufanye kazi kwa makini na ujitole kwa hali na mali, jumuiya bora, jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu limoja yetu, jumuiya yetu. We younger women, the men of Uganda are marching along the path of education, singing and dancing with joy. Together we're fighting for a better Uganda. We are the pillars of Uganda. Yes, you God, you rejoice when it's all so nice. For presentation, we younger women. A better education, singing and dancing with joy. Together we're uniting for a better Uganda. We met the men of Uganda marching along the path of education, singing and dancing with joy. Together we're uniting for a better Uganda. We younger women. A path of education, singing and dancing with joy, together uniting for a better Uganda. A bottle of soda, you come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda. Come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda. Come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda. Come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda.
Jump, jump and get a bottle of soda. Jump, jump and get a bottle of soda. Come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda.
Come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda. Come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda. You dancing and get a bottle of soda. You dance. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's maintain our lines. We're now going to hear from the sanitation prefect. They are going to brief us about our personal hygiene. Let's welcome Genesis, the sanitation prefect.
Good morning, school. Good morning, school. Hope you had a great weekend, and today I come here to remind you about your sanitation. And to the boys, we have always been learning that there are things that we have been doing that are extremely unhealthy and not hygienic, okay? We've been doing this thing, we've been doing this thing, and we've been using saliva as a lubricant. It is extremely unadvisable. I prohibit it from this school. And what are you laughing at? If you're laughing, I'll call you and you have to explain what I am explaining. Yes. Okay. Another thing, boys, you don't want to use condoms. You don't want to use condoms, saying that it will get you into off the modes, it will cause you erectile dysfunctions. That is not the case, okay? That is not the case, so please be instrumental into promoting health and using condoms. Make sure that you test for HIV. So girls, yes, we have been learning about using sanitary pads, and it is your role to make sure that each one of you is aware and knows how to put on a sanitary pad, how to make it in case we need to use one that is reusable, okay? Another thing is, girls, you don't want to bathe very well. Some of you bathe once in the morning, only in the morning. You are supposed to bathe twice, at least twice, okay? So, okay, if you are going to be a little bit more hygienic, please raise up your hand and I see. Get up for yourselves. Thank you so much. I remain Genesis Magic Beats, the beat boy, as your sanitary prefect. Clap for me also.
All right. So the whole essence of this activity, we are encouraging students to go back to school, yeah? The school term for term 1 is beginning. The first group is going back next week. I think Sunday this week, yeah? So I want us to use our platforms to call upon parents to take back their kids to school. I want us to urge the teachers to create a safe space in school as kids are coming back from a long holiday. I want you guys to call upon the wardens, the matrons, to ensure that they are ready to receive these students. We are going to take a lot of photos in our uniforms. We are not playing around, but we are creating a very solid message. Yeah? So we are going to take some photos on our banner there. We shall first take as groups, then as individuals, as friends, like use the time to take photos. But at least everyone should make 2 posts on their X platform, yeah? The hashtag is going to be shared in your group. The assembly has been adjourned. Now is the time for the photos. Maki, are we ready? So organize yourselves. We shall first do group photos, then other photos for friends and family. But I want some order.
The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sexual and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy, we empower young people in communications, we empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me in the 9th cohort was the teamwork that they had. They worked together as a team, and we had a quiz during this 9th cohort, and it was the first of its kind, and it was really, really great. You could see that there's teamwork. It was really amazing.
What inspired me to join Reach a Hand Uganda, the passion that I have for it, and I heard about it because it's for the young people, so I had that passion to pass on information to the young people.
I've seen its products, for example, Clinton and Rosetta, people that I've been able to meet and have been so inspirational in my life. So if they picked a leaf from this organization, then why not me?
I needed to get more information about sexual reproductive health and rights.
Us, as the youth, we tend to think we kind of know like everything, but when I joined the academy, actually I realized that we don't know a lot.
I joined so as get more knowledge on SRHR so that I can pass to other people in communities, most of those who marginalize and take these young people as if they are joking when they express some of these things to them.
The objective of the Peer Educators Academy is to give the young people knowledge to make informed life choices.
You as an adult in this room, we want you to make an informed choice after we've given you the information.
Our communities perish because they don't have the right information. Information about health, information about physical health, information about mental health, and also spiritual health.
If you're saying you're a woman of values, you're a woman that respects yourself, you're a woman that is trying to achieve their dreams, then focus on your dreams. And know that in this life, there are a lot of challenges that we go through on a daily basis.
Deep down, I've always believed in myself and known I'm just as...
The outstanding sessions that I had in the CSPR 2023 is that I got to learn more about the sexual reproductive health and rights. I got to learn to know how to plan. So many things that I learned that are really so crucial in life that you're supposed to be having.
One that stood out for me the first time was about the discipline of the bed, how to sleep. Then two, I like the advocacy.
I'm interested in mental health and psychology, and we've had sessions to deal with that. So I've learned a lot in the sector that I'm really, really interested in.
We tend to think mental health is a thing for the whites. That even one day I told a friend about it, and then he was like, those are white diseases, not African diseases.
I intend to pass on the information I've learned to people who need it, because we've had cases where teenagers have the highest cases of depression, stress. So I would love to pass on the issues to do with mental health and how to maintain stability in that sector to the people of my age, maybe older or younger than me.
I would love to advocate for most of the things that I've learned here. I would love to fight for the young people outside there that are really missing out on this information, not because of ignorance, but it's because they don't have the information or they've not been taught.
I intend to take out the messages I've learned to the people out there that have not been able to come to the academy.
I use it as a learning possibility to empower our girls, our young girls that are going through messes and they do not know what to do, so that they can feel that there is a gauge of love around and not to look at them as a burden.
Learning how to make reusable sanitary towels, young girls deep down in the villages will get the opportunity to also get access to sanitary towels, because you find that many of them use things like fiber. You can talk of the clothes that are really not that healthy. So teaching them how to make the reusable sanitary towels will enable them also access the good sanitary equipment that we people this side are able to access.
To the people that organized this program of Peer Educators Academy, I want to take a special thanks to you. because you've shown the youth that there is a platform where they can show their talents, they can grow. It's been a great experience. So on behalf of my fellow peer educators, I would like to take a special thanks to Reach a Hand Uganda.
Thank you so much, and we hope that this continues in also the coming years, such that people out there, other young people out there, also get the opportunity to learn this amazing information that we learned, because you get to know that you learn and unlearn a lot of things.
They should do more and more and more, because such opportunities bring out good outcomes, and a lot of people are going to be learning from this.
And we thank them for everyone that they were able to bring to talk to us.
And we pray that you continue blessing us, continue bringing more people like this, because even as tomorrow, maybe I'm in Lira, I'm in Sudan, I can also start up something and at least call them to come and also have a time with those people.
If you are a young person out there, I think you should also apply for the Peer Educators Academy, because this is the best place that you can be. The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sexual and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy, we empower young people in communications, we empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me in the 9th cohort was the teamwork that they had. They worked together as a team, and we had a quiz during this 9th cohort, and it was the first of its kind, and it was really, really great. You could see that there's teamwork. It was really amazing.
What inspired me to join Reach a Hand Uganda, the passion that I have for it, and I heard about it because it's for the young people, so I had that passion to pass on information to the young people.
I've seen its products, for example, Clinton and Rosetta, people that I've been able to meet and have been so inspirational in my life. So if they picked a leaf from this organization, then why not me?
I needed to get more information about sexual reproductive health and rights.
Us, as the youth, we tend to think we kind of know like everything, but when I joined the academy, actually I realized that we don't know a lot.
I joined so as get more knowledge on SRHR so that I can pass to other people in communities, most of those who marginalize and take these young people as if they are joking when they express some of these things to them.
The objective of the Peer Educators Academy is to give the young people knowledge to make informed life choices.
You as an adult in this room, we want you to make an informed choice after we've given you the information.
Our communities perish because they don't have the right information. Information about health, information about physical health, information about mental health, and also spiritual health.
If you're saying you're a woman of values, you're a woman that respects yourself, you're a woman that is trying to achieve their dreams, then focus on your dreams. And know that in this life, there are a lot of challenges that we go through on a daily basis.
Deep down, I've always believed in myself and known I'm just as...
The outstanding sessions that I had in the CSPR 2023 is that I got to learn more about the sexual reproductive health and rights. I got to learn to know how to plan. So many things that I learned that are really so crucial in life that you're supposed to be having.
One that stood out for me the first time was about the discipline of the bed, how to sleep. Then two, I like the advocacy.
I'm interested in mental health and psychology, and we've had sessions to deal with that. So I've learned a lot in the sector that I'm really, really interested in.
We tend to think mental health is a thing for the whites. That even one day I told a friend about it, and then he was like, those are white diseases, not African diseases.
I intend to pass on the information I've learned to people who need it, because we've had cases where teenagers have the highest cases of depression, stress. So I would love to pass on issues to do with mental health and how to maintain stability in that sector to the people of my age, maybe older or younger than me.
I would love to advocate for most of the things that I've learned here. I would love to fight for the young people outside there that are really missing out on this information, not because of ignorance, but it's because they don't have the information or they've not been told.
I intend to take out the messages I've learned to the people out there that have not been able to come to the academy.
I use it as a learning possibility to empower our girls, our young girls that are going through messes and they do not know what to do, so that they can feel that there is a gauge of love around and not to look at them as a burden.
Learning how to make reusable sanitary towels, young girls deep down in the villages will get the opportunity to also get access to sanitary towels, because you find that many of them use things like fiber. You can talk of the clothes that are really not that healthy. So teaching them how to make the reusable sanitary towels will enable them also access the good sanitary equipment that we people this side are able to access.
To the people that organized this program of Peer Educators Academy, I want to take a special thanks to you, because you've shown the youth that there is a platform where they can show their talents, they can grow. It's been a great experience. So on behalf of my fellow peer educators, I would like to take a special thanks to Reach a Hand Uganda.
Thank you so much, and we hope that this continues in also the coming years, such that people out there, or the young people out there, also get the opportunity to learn this amazing information that we learned, because you get to know that you learn and unlearn a lot of things.
They should do more and more and more, because such opportunities bring out good outcomes, and a lot of people are going to be learning from this.
And we thank them for everyone that they were able to bring to talk to us.
And we pray that you continue blessing us, continue bringing more people like this, because even us tomorrow, maybe I'm in Lira, I'm in Sudan, I can also start up something and at least call them to come and also have a time with those people.
If you are a young person out there, I think you should also apply for the Peer Educators Academy, because this is the best place that you can be. The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sexual and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy, we empower young people in communications, we empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sexual and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy. We empower young people in communications. We empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me in the 9th cohort was the teamwork that they had. They worked together as a team, and we had a quiz during this 9th cohort, and it was the first of its kind, and it was really, really great. You could see that.
As we sit here this second year to recognize and set the pace to launch the new edition of the Icon Award, it is therefore for this very significant contribution that I request all of us to join hands in supporting this initiative.
The role of the Icon Awards in the film industry cannot be overstated. Firstly, it serves as a platform to honor the creativity, innovation, and hard work of all the filmmakers in Uganda.
Our purpose is to fundraise and see that their pieces see the light of day. It's quite a long journey, but we're happy that this evening we are starting it with you, and we pray that you'll stay with us until the end.
In Uganda, we have a huge problem. We have a problem of we don't believe in ourselves.
And then the education and the training background that we have seem not to interconnect and give us the connectivity to dispense and execute this industry to its fullest potential.
You see, at some point we've been through different festivals and we lacked an Academy Award, or we lacked awards that appreciate us as talent.
So we need to be strategic. The benefits of film are not going to be seen by us. That's what you need to understand.
The people out there would love to know, what are your expectations for the second edition of Icon Awards 2024?
For starters, I'm really excited about the second edition. The first one was really big. They set a very high standard. So I think we've been all beating around, asking ourselves, when are we coming back? When are we coming back for the second one? And I'm so glad that I'm at the launch of the second one. We are really excited for what's coming.
First of all, I expect more fun and entertainment. You know, last time I was Nalimu Chintu, so I did not fail everything, but this time I'm expecting a lot.
It should be an outburst. I know what the first edition for Icon Awards was. It was unexpected. It was spontaneous. For somewhat, it was on point, and it was a lesson.
You know, people expecting better than what they saw last year, of which last year, to me, it was one of the best award ceremonies I've ever attended.
So this calls out for partnership for all of us to stand together. Let's partner. Let's work together. We're not even doing it for us. We're doing it for our children and grandchildren.
So we still have a long way to go, but I believe the journey has been started. And if we continue consistently supporting each other, advising each other, I believe the sky is the limit.
As we sit here this second year to recognize and set the pace to launch the new edition of the Icon Award, it is therefore for this very significant contribution that I request all of us to join hands in supporting this initiative.
The role of the Icon Awards in the film industry cannot be overstated. Firstly, it serves as a platform to honor the creativity, innovation, and hard work of all the filmmakers in Uganda.
Our purpose is to fundraise and see that their pieces see the light of day. It's quite a long journey, but we're happy that this evening we are starting it with you, and we pray that you'll stay with us until the end.
In Uganda, we have a huge problem. We have a problem of we don't believe in ourselves.
And then the education and the training background that we have seem not to interconnect and give us the connectivity to dispense and execute this industry to its fullest potential.
You see, at some point we've been through different festivals and we lacked an Academy Award, or we lacked awards that appreciate us as talent.
So we need to be strategic. The benefits of film are not going to be seen by us. That's what you need to understand.
The people out there would love to know, what are your expectations for the second edition of Icon Awards 2024?
For starters, I'm really excited about the second edition. The first one was really big. They set a very high standard. So I think we've been all beating around, asking ourselves, when are we coming back? When are we coming back for the second one? And I'm so glad that I'm at the launch of the second one. We are really excited for what's coming.
First of all, I expect more fun and entertainment. You know, last time I was nali muchintu, so I did not fail everything, but this time I'm expecting a lot.
It should be an outburst. I know what the first edition for Icon Awards was. It was unexpected. It was spontaneous. For somewhat, it was on point, and it was a lesson.
You know, people expecting better than what they saw last year, of which last year, to me, it was one of the best award ceremonies I've ever attended.
So this calls out for partnership for all of us to stand together. Let's partner. Let's work together. We're not even doing it for us. We're doing it for our children and grandchildren.
So we still have a long way to go, but I believe the journey has been started. And if we continue consistently supporting each other, advising each other, I believe the sky is the limit.
As we sit here this second year to recognize and set the pace to launch the new edition of the Icon Award, it is therefore for this very significant contribution that I request all of us to join hands in supporting this initiative.
The role of the Icon Awards in the film industry cannot be overstated. Firstly, it serves as a platform to honor the creativity, innovation, and hard work of all the filmmakers in Uganda.
Our purpose is to fundraise and see that their pieces see the light of day. It's quite a long journey, but we're happy that this evening we are starting it with you, and we pray that you'll stay with us until the end.
In Uganda, we have a huge problem. We have a problem of we don't believe in ourselves.
And then the education and the training background that we have seem not to interconnect and give us the connectivity to dispense and execute this industry to its fullest potential.
You see, at some point we've been through different festivals and we lacked an Academy Award, or we lacked awards that appreciate us as talent.
So we need to be strategic. The benefits of film are not going to be seen by us. That's what you need to understand.
The people out there would love to know, what are your expectations for the second edition of Icon Awards 2024?
For starters, I'm really excited about the second edition. The first one was really big. They set a very high standard. So I think we've been all beating around, asking ourselves, when are we coming back? When are we coming back for the second one? And I'm so glad that I'm at the launch of the second one. We are really excited for what's coming.
First of all, I expect more fun and entertainment. You know, last time I was nali muchintu, so I did not fail everything, but this time I'm expecting a lot.
It should be an outburst. I know what the first edition for Icon Awards was. It was unexpected. It was spontaneous. For somewhat, it was on point and it was a lesson.
You know, people expecting better than what they saw last year, of which last year to me, it was one of the best award ceremonies I've ever attended.
So this calls out for partnership for all of us to stand together. Let's partner. Let's work together. We're not even doing it for us. We're doing it for our children and grandchildren.
So we still have a long way to go, but I believe the journey has been started. And if we continue consistently supporting each other, advising each other, I believe the sky is the limit.
As we sit here this second year to recognize and set the pace to launch the new edition of the Icon Award, it is therefore for this very significant contribution that I request all of us to join hands in supporting this initiative.
The role of the Icon Awards in the film industry cannot be overstated. Firstly, it serves as a platform to honor the creativity, innovation, and hard work of all the filmmakers in Uganda.
Our purpose is to fundraise and see that their pieces see the light of day. It's quite a long journey, but we're happy that this evening we are starting it with you, and we pray that you'll stay with us until the end.
In Uganda, we have a huge problem. We have a problem of we don't believe in ourselves.
And then the education and the training background that we have seem not to interconnect and give us the connectivity to dispense and execute this industry to its fullest potential.
You see, at some point we've been through different festivals and we lacked an Academy Award, or we lacked awards that appreciate us as talent.
So we need to be strategic. The benefits of film are not going to be seen by us. That's what you need to understand.
The people out there would love to know, what are your expectations for the second edition of Icon Awards 2024?
For starters, I'm really excited about the second edition. The first one was really big. They set a very high standard. So I think we've been all beating around, asking ourselves, when are we coming back? When are we coming back for the second one? And I'm so glad that I'm at the launch of the second one. We are really excited for what's coming.
First of all, I expect more fun and entertainment. You know, last time I was nali muchintu, so I did not fail everything, but this time I'm expecting a lot.
It should be an outburst. I know what the first edition for Icon Awards was. It was unexpected. It was spontaneous. For somewhat, it was on point and it was a lesson.
You know, people expecting better than what they saw last year, of which last year to me, it was one of the best award ceremonies I've ever attended.
So this calls out for partnership for all of us to stand together. Let's partner. Let's work together. We're not even doing it for us. We're doing it for our children and grandchildren.
So we still have a long way to go, but I believe the journey has been started. And if we continue consistently supporting each other, advising each other, I believe the sky is the limit.
I would love to welcome each and every one of us here that have made time to come to attend, to network, to connect with each other, because all of us belong to the film and television industry.
The journey has been a very long journey, and the journey never stops. We will continue to believe in this industry. We'll continue to create a platform where we market this industry, where we are able to give chance to the new generation of talent.
I would love to welcome each and every one of us here that have made time to come to attend, to network, to connect with each other, because all of us belong to the film and television industry.
The journey has been a very long journey, and the journey never stops. We will continue to believe in this industry. We'll continue to create a platform where we market this industry, where we are able to give chance to the new generation of talent.
I would love to welcome each and every one of us here that have made time to come to attend, to network, to connect with each other, because all of us belong to the film and television industry.
The journey has been a very long journey, and the journey never stops. We will continue to believe in this industry. We'll continue to create a platform where we market this industry, where we are able to give chance to the new generation of talent.
Welcome to the first edition of Icon Awards.
Today all of us are winners, and today is a day that we have started history together.
Tonight, we stand here to honor the most outstanding screenplays that stood out from the rest of this year. So the best screenplay goes to My Husband's Wife, written by Mariam Dajir.
I've written a lot. I've never been appreciated. Thank you, Icon Award.
And the winner for Best Actor in a TV Series is Alan Kutus from Zion.
I want to first of all thank Matthew. Thank you for taking a chance on me. I didn't know what I was doing before, but I think now I know where I'm supposed to be.
The person who's going to receive the award today is the person who found me, trained me, and nurtured me. This person has mentored so many stars in the country, and he's still doing so. Mr. J.W. Katende is gifted.
I wasn't expecting this at all. Thank you very much.
From experience, I know that just one costume like this can change how an actor or dancer performs their role. And the winner is Bedroom Change. Thank you so much, Icon Awards, for recognizing talent and appreciating our hard work.
Let me encourage all those people out there who are teenagers. I mean teenagers, not teenagers. Please come on board.
I'm really honored to be here tonight, and I carry warm greetings from Nigeria.
I just want to thank Icon Awards for organizing.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality. not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it. This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it. This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it. This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it. This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it. This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it. This is equality. not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa. I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa. I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa. I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa. I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Musa. I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
I'm not your child one you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Wow.
Here. Yeah? We only do healthy relationships. So who is in a healthy romantic relationship? Okay, so I'm going to ask a few people some questions. What stands for you? What stands out for you in that relationship? Okay, what's one thing that you carry? Not about the other partner, but what has made your relationship work?
I think hearing from one another is the most important. Hearing from one another.
Okay. Who said they were in a relationship here? For you, you look young. Look like you're below 18. Let me not ask you.
Me, there are like three things. First of all, there is trust. Second, actually, communication is the first. Because when I spend 2 days or a day without her communicating to me, or me without communicating to her, it's a problem. Secondly, there is that trust. We need to trust each other. They say you cannot trust a human being 100%, but when it comes to our relationship, I do trust and she do trust. Thirdly, there is that love, the intense one. Yeah. There is that being, that closeness. Yeah. We share. If actually when I get a problem, before I tell to my parents, I first talk to her. Then another one, there is commitment. We are too committed to each other. So in my relationship, I treasure commitment a lot. If you're not committed to me, I don't go with you. There are very many, but let me mention only those.
I guess we have a love doctor here, right? When you don't talk to her, you die. Oh, you don't feel okay? Okay, let's hear from one last person. Okay, you two. Make it short.
Guys, this is an announcement. If you're seated on a chair and the notebook is not yours, maybe just bring it to the front and we allocate it to the owner. Hey, please bring stuff.
Okay. The information I'm giving is for a past relationship right now, but it's a past relationship. Yes. And searching for God. Okay. It worked for 3 years. But what made it work? Pardon? We started dating in 2020 till 2023. So what made it work? We were best friends. We were, of course, communication. We feel each other. Yeah, you as in you feel what I feel, so we connect. Yes. No, what I mean is you understand what I feel. You know what I want. You feel me, I feel you. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also kind of feeling you now. I don't know if you guys are feeling me now. Are we feeling each other? Guys, you're not feeling me. Why? I thought you were supposed to be feeling each other. She said she's personally feeling me. So I guess I'll go with her. Okay. You have to feel me. Because this is a very important topic for you. Are you in a relationship?
I will.
Are you also single and searching? You're not? Okay. But you will. Oh, they search for you. Okay. So guys, have you heard? There is a woman here waiting to be looked for. Here. So, try your luck. Anyway, so I think the most the thing that keeps coming up is communication. Yeah? That's why I'm trying to use very relatable examples. On social media, when you wake up in the morning, most of the communication is about relationships. Yeah? Everything is related to relationships. Romance. I tell you what. I tell you even about ex-friends, about new me, about what. Those things, they're all kind of related to the whole relationship, besides the romantic relationships, yeah? So you see how communication is very, very important, very vital, for our well-being, for basically in everything, communication is important, yeah? But we know, still using an example of the relationships, we know how sometimes we assume that the other partner will get what we are feeling. Someone talked about you feel what I feel. But how will I feel what you feel if you're not? talking, yeah? Yeah? We know as girls, we want a guy, I want a guy, like it's Valentine's, I just want him to show up with a gift. You have not said what you want. You have not even said if Valentine is something that you celebrate or you like. You want him to assume that he has understood that Valentine's is very important for you. And you wake up in the morning, he has not given you a gift, you're seeing your friends getting gifts, they're posting on social media, you get so angry. You know? And you know how boys are, whether they be oblivious, I don't know which world they be in, the men, you know? Of course there are those extra romantics, but not everyone is like that. I think he's a romantic, right? You're Mr. Romance, eh? You get? So there are those who would understand, there are those who don't, even for the boys. So I want 2 people to volunteer to come in front here. 2 people, a boy and a girl. Our perfect relationship. Hey. We don't do muja here. So this is going to be our relationship today, yeah? And we are all going to contribute to this relationship, yeah? Yeah. So, I want this guy to communicate to this girl. Maybe they had a plan. You guys had a plan to go out, yeah? So tell her that you can't make it for the plan. Or they can come in front.
Check, my check 1, 2. Yes, yes.
So he's the one who brought the idea that we are going out, and I'm saying...
So the thing is, they had a plan to go out for ice cream. Where? Where? Arena, eh? Arena Mall, where? Frango. So the plan was, at 6, we're going out. It was your idea. So it has reached 5. It has reached 5. Now he has come back home, like he's telling her, man, I can't make it. Yeah? So let them act out this scene for us. Yeah? We're the ones watching. Tulimkula waka Telemundo kati. Yeah.
Hello, babe.
Hi, babe. How are you?
Yo, what's up, baby girl?
Hi.
You good?
Yes, honey.
Because I had promised what?
You had said we're going out and have ice cream.
But I can't make it. The pocket is not good.
What happened? Is it my things that you cannot make now?
No, not really, but you see, even I'm tired. You understand me, Naichi, baby.
Why didn't you tell me early that you were not supposed to make it? Eh?
No, I thought we were going to make it.
I was already prepared. My makeup is already on.
Oh, baby. Bambi, I understand. But you know, men make plans, but it's God who makes them go through. So, I'm so sorry. Money, you know, you understand. Rent, and even I'm tired. The whole day I've been, baby, now baby, Nyonyo, honey, sorry.
Okay, let's not go overboard, eh? I feel like now the conversation is going elsewhere. Because you're over nyunyuring, baby ring. So guys, we've watched our Telemundo. I don't know what it was called. What was it called? This romantic story. What? Nyunyu? Oh, someone has said sabotage. Eh? You guys, let's have a name for our Katelemundo, Ketuvolaba.
It is called Emaron at it.
What does that mean?
Like Emma and Carol at it.
Oh, at it. You know, it sounded like some local language. It sounded like some local language. But okay. So, what have you guys, from just this Telemundo I've watched, what have you guys taken out of this? Yeah? Energy? You guys, help me pass the mic. Okay, you start and then you pass it behind. What have you taken from this Telemundo I've watched right now?
I personally, what I've taken is to also
is there a marker? Bob.
Sometimes our partners or lovers also have responsibilities. So what I've taken from that is to honor someone's say about something. Like how Emma was trying to tell her that, you know what, man, I was busy, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling what? So sometimes I think when you communicate, when you're in a relationship, you talk to your partner bulungi, not just like you tell her, you know what, baby, I'm not okay.
So that's
Yeah,
tone?
she'll
Is that
listen
tone?
to you. Huh?
Is that like, because I'm trying to write down. Is that tone?
Communication.
No, communication is the bigger thing.
Respecting one's decision.
Okay.
Something like that.
Pass the mic behind. There was two people behind there. Oh. So after you just keep passing the mic.
I've actually learned to always control your feelings in terms of disappointment. Just like Emma and the spouse and the partner. They almost feuded from over there. So, yeah.
The what?
To control. So the thing is that to control the feelings, in case of any circumstance, because now this guy started arguing. They almost fought.
Okay. So I don't know how I should write that one. Is it control? The mic keeps going behind, yeah? Till it reaches those two ladies.
Emma was open. Like he was
We're going to
able
get back to you.
He was able to tell her that he's not going to make it. Openness.
Okay. Keep the mic moving till it comes to this side. I'm seeing burning hands here.
Personally, I think there was some sort of poor communication or late communication.
Yeah.
By the time you know that you're not going to make to an appointment, you already know, like, let me say if it's like midday, you already know. So he waited until this girl did her makeup and is ready to move out, and then he's like, I'm not going to make it because of ABC and D. I mean, there was some sort of poor communication that resulted to her anger issues that later resulted to a feud between them.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, from the Telemundo we watched, there is completely no understanding in that relationship. So I think understanding is the point.
Is the mic now coming this side? You guys, you didn't see anything? The relationship was perfect?
Yeah, what I realized, ups and downs in love, because I saw the man had promised ice cream, but also it was, the lady felt like maybe she was not very interested. So like the ups and also disappointment in the relationship. Then what I have learned, that people in love must learn how to be apologetic. to one another. Yeah, the man communicated late. The lady was complaining. Instead of the man apologizing, he was just saying different things.
Thank you. Mine sums up what so many people have said, but I would like to say that communication, effective communication, should be timely. Because if you know you're not going to make it, communicate before it is time for you to go out.
What I learned from the two couples speaking is that two people communicating, they are two people, but to communicate, you need communication skills. You don't just talk. You have to first think of what you're communicating. Because for her, he has to say that he promised. The tense he's using, because he said he promised. Now, what tense is that? You have to communicate using the right tense. You have to communicate while expressing body expression. He was expressing body expression. He was expressing it there, and it is also another form of communicating. So you have to use those communication skills. The way he held the baby like this while communicating to her and pleading, please, 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 like that. That's a body expression. So, and he wasn't talking like he was angry. Baby, I promised you this, while he's frowning like this. Did he do that? No. He was smiling while talking to the lady. Because that's part of the expression. You don't just communicate to the lady physically while frowning like this. No. That body expression, face expression also brings a picture and a communication to the mind of the one you're communicating to. So you need such communication skills. And body posture, how you stand, how you smile, how you talk, and the words you're going to communicate. He first thought about them, arranged them, the tense, he made sure that they are using the correct tense, and that they are not beyond the topic. I mean, that they reach the actual point he's trying to communicate to. He didn't just say, baby, you see, I did this yesterday, I did that. That is out of line. He went straight to the line. That I promised to do this, so I'm sorry, and that. So you need that communication skills that he used.
Okay, thank you so much. Just one more last person. You guys make your points very fast. Him, her, and her. Last, and then we move. We're not having any more hands, because...
Okay, thank you. For me, what I took home from this is, yeah, the poor communication, their communication skills were poor. But also Emma, okay, the character Emma was trying to depict did not really give a clear reason as to why he was not going to go with the girl. Because being tired, if you had made a commitment with this girl to go with her, you should have at least, I don't know, put a reminder or something. Like me, okay, let me go personal a bit. When I promise to maybe meet someone or have an appointment with someone, usually I have a notebook where I write those things down. I have a phone, I have a reminder on my phone. So in case anything catches me up, I remember that.
One minute.
I remember that, oh, I had an appointment and I cannot flout this appointment under any circumstances. So the reason of him being tired was actually, I feel it was just a distraction, just to go, okay, like if I was the one scripting this play, he would actually have had more time for a different girl than she.
Really? Why? Anyway, that's another conversation. No, we're just doing her, and we're done. Because we don't have time. One second.
What I picked, okay, most of us are looking at the side of Emma, but I feel also on her side there should be also a sense of understanding. You get, yeah.
Personally, I think that there was lack of consideration in that relationship, because you make plans with someone and then last minute you want to ghost them and then expect them to understand that you're not available for your own reason.
Okay, can we have the mic? Because you guys may keep talking till you're like relationship experts, huh? I hope you guys practice these things in your relationships, because
yeah, all right. What I also realized is poor listening skills.
Yeah,
because
that
of
was
the
the
way
one thing I was waiting for.
the way the lady, the Emma was communicating, you know, poor listening skills. I realized that.
Thank you so much, guys. So you know you can't really communicate if you're not a good listener. Do we know that? Like, you can't really communicate if you're not a good listener. Yeah? Because I'm not able even to take you guys through this session if I'm not willing to listen to you. Your ideas. That's why I've been able to write them down. Because I know I'm not going to remember all of them. But that's why we are listening to each other. So at the end of the day, however much I prepared my mindset to have this session in a certain way, I would be able to change depending on what I get from the audience. You feel me? Are you guys feeling me? Yeah? Guys, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Your relationships have not ended because of your poor listening skills. Yeah? So we have to listen to each other. And we're just using the relationship as an example. But we know there is communication at work, at school, with your parents, with your elders. That is definitely going to change depending on the situation. Yeah? You're not going to come telling your boss you can't make it for an appointment, and then you're telling them, dear, boo-boo, you get? You get? So as you talk to your boss, there are some things I wrote down, non-verbal and verbal communication. There is a lot we can say, but you know your body communication can give you away. The non-verbal. Your eyes, how you're doing your mouth. I can tell some of you have already zoned out, even though you look like you're very serious, concentrating. You get? Because of your body posture. I can tell those who are just looking at me, they're thinking about the Abu girls at home. There are boys, there are those ones who are comparing me to some cousin. Hey, this girl looks like some cousin of mine. Like, you guys, you're not here. You get? But I can see that from the face of it, you look like you're concentrating, yeah? But you can tell from someone's body posture. You know? You're leaning on the, you know. I don't know if we need to have a whole etiquette session, but that will be another discussion. But there is a lot of non-verbal that happens even when you're talking. Someone will be able to tell that, yeah, you're talking, but you're probably lying. You get? From their relationship, I could tell the guy was lying. Yeah? I don't think it was about the money. I don't think it was about you being tired. I'm not saying it's not true, because I mean this is something we came up with just now. But your body communication was not convincing enough. Like, your body language was not convincing enough to actually assure me. I'm not telling you guys to be good liars, but your body communication is going to sell you away. Does that make sense? So however much you're trying to talk to your partner, which is an example we're using for a relationship, or your boss, the way you carry yourself in the moment is going to speak a lot to what you're actually saying. Because you may speak for 3 hours, but the person won't just leave and they're like, you know what? This person was lying, but what to do? Nothing. You get? So communication is that important. From this academy, you're going to go and start doing work in communities. You guys, this is like the bougie life. This is nice. This is cool. You come, the place looks nice. You know, you have your breakfast. You know, you guys are enjoying, having a good time. But the real work is going to happen now when you start going to the field. So going to the field, probably Bob or Letitia have not even like given you maybe something to eat by 1. Huh? And someone is already fighting. These people, they brought us here. They didn't even plan for us. Now me, I'm hungry. Oh, I came over from where? Oh, you get? I know, I've been a peer educator as well. I know these things. I was a peer educator before. Eh? You come and start looking at Letitia and Bobby in a certain way. You're like, what's happening? You get? Probably they did communicate. Probably they didn't. But you see, everything is arising because there is no communication. Maybe Bob forgot to communicate in time, which I doubt he does, because he always communicates. Maybe Letitia forgot to communicate. But you know, since you're like, you guys are there, you're feeling like things are not going your way. Oh my God, these guys, they've taken us to Karamoja. The sun is too much. What? You know? And then like the people in the community are not as clean. You know, they're not as nice, for lack of a better word. And these are people you have to talk to, you know, try to explain to them which services we are offering. What is menstruation? But because in your head you have this whole idea of how you should be, you don't even want to communicate to them. Like there are people you're going to approach, and trust me, they will be disrespectful. You get in the work that we're going to be doing. Yeah? When you get to the field, you realize, here you guys are still in your honeymoon phase. But when you get to the field, things are going to change. Like the way Letitia was being so nice to you, she's like, your mommy, you guys, she's so nice. You guys are going to reach the field, and it's something else. You get? So in those moments, that's when we're able to tell which people are committed to this, which people understand this cause anyway. Because there's not going to be roses, beds and roses. It's really going to be intense, ugly. You guys may even start fighting like amongst yourselves. You'll see sometimes staff members also do that, but I doubt we do that in public. So you see, at the end of the day, you may be quarreling about something, but the people watching, you can tell without even listening that those people are fighting or quarreling. You get? Does that make sense? Because there is the non-verbal. You know? And you're going to reach a point where you're disrespectful with each other. It happens. I mean, there are those moments where you feel you're so comfortable with someone. You've been seeing Letitia and Bob all the time. You've probably been seeing me around. We reach field. I'm telling you to do something. You're big-headed. Now you feel like you know shit, yeah? Feel like you're a baddie. Who is a baddie here? The girls. Are you a girl? Eh? You're going to start feeling like you guys are baddies. Eh? Like but they already chose me as the best peer educator. You know? Because they're going to choose you guys as over best peer educator. Over in what? Over me, they can't talk to me. I already went to even NBS. TV, I've been speaking for like 4 times on TV. Like you guys have nothing to tell me. Because you're going to have those opportunities. Yeah? Where you get to even to travel out of the country. And then you're seeing me, I've never gone out of the country, start kujoggering me, and the communication is going to definitely change. You know? So we have to be aware of these things as they're happening. And communication is very important. At the end of the day, you're still a peer educator. Yeah? You still have people who are above you regardless, whether they're right or wrong. You know? Because even if they're wrong, there is a way you can communicate that. When your superior is wrong about something, there is a way you can communicate that. Not shouting at them in public or in front of people. Yeah? Does that make sense? If you're trying to tell your partner something, you know, because it goes either way. Communication goes either way. He has been telling her, I can't make it for the date, you know. Whichever reason he was giving, whether they are lies or like true things, you know, she should have been understanding as well, You get? There was that aspect. Of course, you know, as girls, you know, you feel like you've already done your makeup. You know, you've done all these things. Because I won't say I don't do these things. Sometimes you also do them without knowing. But remembering and coming down and realizing, okay, we're trying to communicate, yeah? We're trying to speak. We're not going to fight. That's why you see sometimes people end up fighting in public. People end up like cussing each other, abusing each other. Because one person is trying to communicate, maybe not doing it well. The other person is not listening. So there is just that whole confusion. You get? And we're just using the relationship example as an example. But this cuts across everywhere, even with your parents. You know that those things parents do, the girls, the mothers, like there are those things where you guys are like out in public, you're on an event, and then your mom just gives you one eye, and you will know. You will know. Like you're not, like she doesn't even need to come and tell you. She'll just look at you. And you know whatever you're doing, you're going to drop it. If you've been talking to a boy there at a party, you disappear, ampola. But you will know. That's the non-verbal. You get? Because also our facials don't lie. They communicate. Our body language communicates. So you have to be cautious. If you've gone for like a meeting somewhere, you know, maybe some parliamentarians, the way you are, you know you're already a young person. That's one thing already being biased. Because you're a young person, they don't expect young people to be knowledgeable, to say things. You know? Then you reach there, then you're the one dozing. You're the one on your phone. You're the one who's just there active when it's time for food. You're the one who's active when it's time for dance. But you're just there on vibes, for lack of a better word. You're on what? Vibes. You know? You're just waiting to take pictures, update your status. You're at a meeting. Oh, with what? You disappear. So how are they going to ever take us young people serious? You know? Because we're trying to penetrate these spaces to speak, you know, for our voices to be heard. You know, we're trying to advocate for serious issues. Yeah? So if you have an opportunity to go somewhere to represent your fellow young people, make sure you do it at the dot. And people are not going to wait for you to speak. It starts from when you enter the room. Does that make sense? Because you're communicating something. That way you're dressed. Chachuganya, we're in our work area. You guys are the Gen Zs. Most of you are born in 2000 and above, right? Yeah? Of course, there are the old ones like us. But like, all of you are like Gen Zs, right? I know the world is moving in a certain way. I mean, we're woke, we're cool. You know, you can wear your croppy, come with your colored hair, you know, look dope with your pins wherever and whenever. Yeah? Pins here, pins everywhere. I'm not saying that's bad. Like, you can express yourself. But you know, we're in a movement where communication matters. If you want to penetrate a certain space, you're not going to be very, how should I say it? You've been given an opportunity to go to parliament, and you're coming dressed like you're going for blankets and wine or Gabzi and Melvito. You get? Of course, when you're going for Gabzi, like, why would I wear a suit? I'll be crazy. You get? Unless when I'm trying to show some fashion statement, I don't know. But like for real, I'm going for Gabzi. I'll be in my, you know, pom-pom shorts, you know, socks, my sneakers, you know, my braids probably down long till wherever, my car croppy bar, like you get. So you need to understand the spaces, because all these things in a way communicate. However much you're not talking. How you're dressed communicates. How your hair is held communicates. Because I can look at you and tell this one didn't shower. I'm not saying you guys didn't shower. But you see, that's all communication. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not just about the verbal. There are so many things that you don't need to say. And you know, we are humans. We easily judge by seeing. That's inevitable. Very inevitable. Teba kulimba. We always judge. We all judge people. You look at me and you'll be like, oh no. You've already figured me out in your head. You get? Could be true. May not be true. But we are humans. We judge. Immediately. Because even a mother, when you're leaving, you've told her you're going to church. Neither way you're dressed going out, she'll be like, oh no, man, taking to church. She'll call you back. You get? Because she's already, just with the way you're dressed, she's able to tell whether you're actually going to church or not. But now you guys are smart. You got dressed bulungi na mtu kaidi, you change. Right? So you get you guys. Like they're just those things that you really have to be cautious about. Communication is just not talking. I could talk to you every day, but nothing. But it starts from how you carry yourself, how you talk to people. Are you respectful? Someone mentioned respect. Are we respectful to our parents? I'm not here trying to tell you, to teach you how to be respectful to your parents, but I'm just trying to tell you this is all communication. I know for a fact there are kids. Like, for example, growing up, I think I had a cousin. Guys, that cousin mastered the art of communication. Like, they would get us doing weird things. For them, because of the way they had presented themselves to everyone, like they mastered the art of communication. They'll never be called for anything. Does that make sense? Like, even if your parents found you, all of you doing something, they'll say, "Onoteachi bad them." Like, they'll even defend them. Because this person has mastered the art of communication, that even if they're in the wrong, they will not be caught. Again, I'm not trying to tell you guys to be liars. You get? I'm just trying to tell you communication goes a long way. Even in workspaces, there is a lot that happens. You'll get the non-verbal, power dynamics. Yeah? Power dynamics at work. You'll get the non-verbal. You'll tell that this one is trying to show, "Man, I'm better than you. What are you telling me?" Without them saying it. Does that make sense? Yeah? You'll try to understand when your friend ngakujoga, for lack of a better word. Yeah? You'll try to understand when your friend is being mean to you without even them saying. They can be totally saying, "Oh my God, I love you. I'm sorry, Bichi." But from there, non-verbal, you can tell this person disrespects me. This person doesn't like me. But like in what they're saying is totally different. Yeah? So that's why I'm telling you, these things kind of go hand in hand. Yeah? So don't go now and start looking at people's non-verbal. "Oh, yeah, tamburanga." Like, don't do that. But like, these are things you just have at the back of your mind, because they help you handle situations. They help you deal with people. Yeah? Because you guys, we humans are very complicated. Like, oh God, like it's a lot of work. I actually respect HR people, like people who do HR people in offices. It's a lot of work. You're dealing with humans. It's a lot of work. Like, handling people is way harder than even overwriting as how many proposals. Because it's really hectic. H for hectic. Yeah? So guys, don't think about only your relationships, your romantic relationships. Think about it in a broader sense. Yeah? Does that make sense? So there was some things I was trying to write down here. And I think we've kind of hinted on them. We've hinted on poor listening skills. You really have to be good at listening when you're going to be a good communicator. You have to be respectful, yeah? Depending, even if it's your girlfriend, you guys know each other like that, yeah? You have to be respectful in your communication, because you know, you've already not communicated early enough. You've already found that she has done her makeup. Like, try to be respectful and tell her, "You know what? I'm sorry. You know, maybe I couldn't make it because of this and this and this and this." But you try to be respectful, and you also try to understand her. You get? Does that make sense? There is a lot of understanding that comes with this. Like, try to understand the other person, where they're coming from, but also try to be respectful in your what? Communication. In your tone. You know, even when you're telling me, "Man, I'm sorry," Neng, I'm seeing you just there laughing, I'll not take you serious. You get? Like what he was doing. Yeah? We all saw that. That tone matters. Like, why are you telling me? So, like, we made this plan like weeks ago. And you know, for us girls, we're very cautious about these things, yeah? Like, we made plans weeks ago. You're here telling me 1 hour, 30 minutes before that we can't go. Are you serious? And you're just telling me and you're laughing? You don't take me seriously? Am I a joke to you? Hey, you guys can relate, eh? Like, am I a joke? Like, when you see me, you think I don't have things to do? I probably left work early. And yet I could have stayed and finished my what? My report. You get? Does that make sense? The guys, I know the girls normally come off very emotional, but I guess that's how we are as girls. I don't know. Maybe women, we are like that. So you need to understand that. So when you're trying to approach me 30 minutes before, and you're trying to explain yourself, be more, like, I don't know. Like, let me see that you're trying, at least. Even if you're lying to me. Like, let me see that you're trying. You know, you've even probably come with some kind of chocolate along there. You're like, man, I'm sorry. Kufuni a chocolate, you know? Trust me, we calm down very fast. I'll be kawa. But you see, for her, she was even very, She was also being like, what do you, because like the guy, you have brought nothing. At least one the guy, me can find ice cream. You get? That's why she was also being tough on you. Yeah? So where is the ice cream? And after now, give us some ice cream. You know? Ice cream money. Then anger management. Like, we are different still. There are people who have anger issues. And if you do have anger issues, I think we all know how to manage them. You've had a session on mental health? Not yet, You'll have one. You have to like know yourself. Like, you know, if you're like an angry person or a person who gets angry very fast, don't take pride in it. I've seen guys who in Zibane when yiga. Zibane when yiga ni zokustula, You guys take pride in your anger. You feel like you're a superhero. Me, when I'm angry, I can do this. Like, and yet it's even like a little boy. I'm like, okay. You get? Okay. Okay, sir. You get? So don't take pride in these things when you know anger is actually because it's going to affect you. So it's going to affect your relationships. It's going to affect everything. Yeah? So when you know you have anger issues, don't think it's like something you should be so proud of. Yeah? If you have anger issues, look at yourself, you're like, okay, how do I handle this? Because normally people who have anger issues are prone to doing domestic violence. You know? It can lead to that. Before you know it, and you're like, those ends. You get? And that's how it starts. Mpola, mpola. Before you know it, you're at home, you have a family, but everyone fears you. Even the kids can't talk to you. They're probably being taken advantage of by their teachers in school, but you can't know because the kid can't even talk to you, like the father or the mom. You get? So these things kind of relate to each other. And it's all communication. You get? Because if you don't have like anger issues, try to make sure that, how do I solve this? Or how do I handle this? Yeah? Don't be there taking pride. If the moment you enter the house, everyone disappears. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Like, you've seen those homes, The moment the father enters like this, everyone disappears. So openness, this is another thing. Openness, I guess, is subjective. Like I told you, there are those people who are lying, who are good liars. Openness is like a broad topic, I guess. Because you can be open, or you can try to be open, but when you're still lying. Does that make sense? So this is another topic, but at least try. Even if you know you're lying, try to make sure the other person understands. Try to make sure your boss understands. You know, it could have been other reasons, and there are personal reasons as to why you couldn't attend a meeting, yeah? And you don't want to say them. Because there are those situations, yeah? Like, I don't want to tell you actually what was happening, yeah? Try to be open to a certain point of like, okay, even just tell them it was a personal issue, I can't tell you. Please, sir, just understand, you know? Late communication, this one, I'm also still struggling with it. My workmates can testify. But late communication, even me, I'm still struggling. But this is something we can all like do mpola mpola, because they're just some things that happen and you just can't explain as to why you didn't communicate in time and why you didn't come or why you've come late. I don't know if that makes sense. The other things I think we have talked about them. I think the other issue, as I conclude, was to do with clarity, coherence, consistency. And this, I think, is more like in workspaces or when you're... Okay, I've been reminded my time is almost up. So let me use this time to finish this, and then if you have any questions, clarity, coherence, and consistency. Do we all know what these things mean? Clarity, what does clarity mean in your communication? Where is the mic? Like, make it chap chap, eh? So, what does it mean to be clear in your communication?
Clarity in communication, according to me and according to what I learned, is what you're trying to say should be easily understood by the people you're communicating to.
Was it being understood by the baby? What he was saying, was it clear? Because I couldn't understand. Were you late because you're tired? Are we cancelling because you don't have money? Are you cancelling because you are tired? What was it exactly? Eh? It was not clear because you said, hey baby, I'm also tired now. So, was it money? Was it, you get it? Eh? Someone is saying there is nothing like you can't understand.
Yeah. Also, to add on what my colleagues have said, you must be on point in what you're communicating. For example, we have seen a boy, when a boy is betrothing a girl, but he's just speaking a lot of things, they are not on point. Then at the end, he says that let's separate. As if before we had a relationship. So you are not clear at the first place, you are beating around the bush, and your communication, I could not understand it. And the end, we have to separate. So, the communication should be on point and clear to understand all the time.
Yeah, she makes a very good point, which reminds me. Sometimes you guys be assuming you're in relationships. Nenga, the guy is not in a relationship with you. You be there, you're stressing yourself, you're stressing the boy, you're stressing yourself, you're stressing everyone. I'm only saying from that, because us girls, we easily assume things. Yeah? Just because the guy is being nice, he's there for you when your father's died, or who, you start thinking otherwise. Because over he cares in a certain way, you start assuming. You're probably even done extra things. But it probably is helping you with his stress. Eh? Eh? And you're there assuming. I tell you, girls, we have that thing. Oh my God, me, the moment I sleep with a guy, it's like a big deal. It means so much to me. Me, I can't just do that with anyone. You get? So the moment I'm doing it with you. So for you in your head, you think the guy should just get it. You get? So before someone tells you, can we be exclusive? Please don't assume. Please. For your own mental health. Because sometimes you wake up and someone has put up statuses. Over in the world, you're alone. Over you girls. Like girls, yes, my gender makes me happy. Before you know it, all the pictures, profile pictures off. Instagram, all the pictures down. The password is non-existent. If you didn't want me, you guys, your statuses must be up. Who else? For coherence, what does coherence mean?
Well, to me, coherence could mean consistency and the place of sticking together.
Coherence, because consistency is something on its own.
Oh, like the place of sticking together, basically.
Coherence means, who wants to help me?
Coherency.
You guys, you can even Google banana.
Coherence is like one event leading to another.
Okay, be coherent in the sense of in like communication, still with this incident. What you're saying is true, yes, but be coherent in the sense that, like, let things add up. I don't know. Like, let things
being related.
Be related. Add up. For lack of a better word, if you're trying to communicate to me that we had to go somewhere to Frango for ice cream, yeah, but I think it has, is it like a logical sense to it, or like if I had to go to Frango for ice cream and I can't make it, I definitely know I'm communicating late. But when I'm talking to you, I make sure like my communication is coherent in the sense that things are adding up or things are like together. Someone was trying to say it like don't leave room for me to doubt you, in other words. Don't tell me, again, man, babe, you know it's money. I tell again, man, you know I was tired, you know? So what is what? Was it money? Are you genuinely tired? Because if you're tired, we can do a dinner at home, you know? We can still, we can like still just get ice cream and just sit at home in your hostel room. Then you like some KFC, you know? But if it's money, then that's a whole other problem. Meaning even the KFC can't be had. At home. You get? I don't know if that makes sense. You guys, does that make sense? And consistency? No, consistency. Okay, without focusing on the relationship. Consistency is, for example, social media. Because you know what you communicate, how you communicate in life, in actual life transitions to how you communicate on social media. If you're making a post about a session we had today, yeah? Or if you want to grow your social media account, like your Twitter, you know it's only going to get followers if you're consistent. If you post, even if not like 3 times every day, but at least if you make sure every day you post. For a relationship, consistency in communication. Making sure if you've accustomed your baby to a good morning message every day, that should be the flow. But whether it's a good morning, whether it's not, you have to send the what? I think there was a whole argument about the good morning text. You guys care about them? You want your partner to wake up in the morning and text you good morning, babe? Or like for you will die if your partner doesn't talk to you the whole day. So what is it? Would you prefer your partner to text you every morning, good morning? Or would you rather, even if you don't text me in the morning, but at least we get to talk throughout that day? Or at one point in the day? For you want to be texted. Have you communicated that to your baby that for you it's important to you to communicate good morning in the morning? Because you see, that even the conversation about the good morning messages on Twitter was, we girls assume, other boys, because this person has done this today and like, okay, for a month, this one day they don't do it, you feel like something is what? Is wrong. So is it something you've agreed upon that, man, for me, every morning you have to send me a message? Guys, you get? So there is that consistency. Let us be consistent in our communication. Even on social media, you see even our Richer Hand pages, we try to make sure we post every day. Yeah? Because you're engaging with audiences. You make sure you're consistent. That's how numbers are going to grow. That's how you're going to remain relevant. That's how you're going to be seen. You get? So even in relationship, the consistency. Tomaniza kulia KFC, and then like next day you're bringing some other stuff I don't understand. You get? Unless we have communicated about it, yeah? and even if like things are sabotaged somewhere, you should be able to tell me like, babe, Layla, like I didn't get money, you know? Or I don't have money. Yeah?
Okay, there is 2 more things that I learned about communication. They're like principles. And I don't think we've talked about them. There is completeness. When you're passing on a message, make sure that everything that you plan to talk about has been passed on to the audience.
The audience.
And also, this is called conciseness.
Yeah, that was the 4th thing.
Just make sure your text is, your message is short. Because I know people that easily, I know someone who when you send them a very long text, they'll either read the beginning and the end, or the beginning, middle, and the end, and then respond. So
but you see, being concise as well, I think depends, you know? If you're like communicating like on social media, you have to be straight to the point, because at the end of the day, you want your audience to understand. We know in a relationship, it works differently. You guys talk from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. on phone. Like, what are you guys talking about? You're talking about, so you see what I'm trying to tell you is that it depends. If I'm facilitating a session like this, I have to make sure maybe that is in mind. Or if I'm sending an email, or if I'm doing a public speech or something, yeah, because you want to keep your audience engaged, but you want them to get the message. But like in relationships, still, you guys talk for hours. You guys, bebes, we like sending paragraphs, but we know sometimes that boys don't even read them. Eh? You send a paragraph, you send another one, you send another one, and trust me, the guy will say one thing, and you will die. Eh? And the guy will actually say even something that is not coordinated. Eh? Be like, you're complaining about his not like bad communication. Be okay. Or someone they'll now ask you something totally different. Like, by the way, did you watch this? And you're like, oh my God, I've literally like written 3 paragraphs. Huh? Or he will choose to focus on one thing in that message if he has read it. Something totally out of the box. You know how guys you are. Eh? Or just say, okay. Okay, babe, can you forgive me now? But what about the paragraphs? Can you reply to them? Eh? Can you reply to my paragraphs? So you guys that tip the girls, don't send paragraphs. Make sure you talk to this person face to face. Or call them. But when you send your paragraphs, they will never reply them. They be shy. Why are you shy? So I think that's it. Do you guys have any questions? Because I think I didn't have enough time. The mic. Can you guys hear her? Is the mic on?
Okay. I was like, in a relationship, there should always be, it's just a supplement, conflict resolution. When you're watching, you saw that I was not understanding him. I wanted him to talk more and pursue me. Are we getting that? And he was also doing it. Maybe maybe that is his, maybe he knew that is his girlfriend. Maybe that is his girlfriend's love language. Those names that he can, so that the girl understands her. Maybe he knows that that's how he resolves the conflict. I don't know. But there should always be clear ways of resolving conflicts, because now if someone is not okay, you don't run away from it. Whom do you expect someone to go and speak to when you know that you're not okay with your boss, you're not okay with your friend, your other friends, your girlfriend? And now in this case, we used an example of a romantic relationship. Whom should someone go and speak to about issues between you? Don't run away from it. As long as there is no physical abuse, as long as someone is not beating you, listen to them and answer back and exchange and come to agreement. God bless you.
God bless you too. But that's important what she says, yeah? I know some of us, it's easier for us to run away from conversation. I mean, it's easier, way easier. But like, that just brings on more issues, yeah? It's just like you accumulating more stuff. So always try to talk about stuff. And guys, or like, guys normally think whenever girls are talking about things, they're like complaining, It's not about complaining all the time. That's the whole point of like conversation and communication. Try to listen to me, understand where I'm coming from. Don't think every time I'm bringing up something, I want to quarrel, or I want to fight. No, it's not that, you get. And if it's an office space, you have an HR department. If you feel like there is something that is pestering and you can't really keep it to yourself, either approach this person first before you go to HR, you get? Or just choose to live with it if you've decided to keep quiet and let it go. Move on, But before you move on and you're hurting, there are always options of talking about things, yeah? So, 2 more people and we're done, because time.
Okay, mine is not a question, but I'm just adding on to that. I think timing is an important aspect of communication, because if you try to deliver your message at a wrong time, then there won't be effective communication.
Thank you. One last, who else?
Another thing I would say about communication is before you communicate, you should consider the personalities and people you are talking to.
True.
If you're going to little children, know what you're going, maybe in nursery school, know the little songs you will sing. When you're going to a primary school, know which particular things to tell them. When you're in adults, also know how to speak as well as dress according to the people you're with.
Yeah. Because you're going to be having peer learning sessions, you'll be attached to schools after this whole training. And in those schools, you know for a fact, if it's high school, there are really conversations you can talk about, however much it's SRHR. You know that, right? Yeah? So we know our topics are menstruation, drug abuse and substance abuse, mental health. Abortion, no. We don't talk about abortion in school. You know that, right? You guys, huh? Okay, maybe I'm preempting another session. But you will be told that when you go to school, because of, according to the Ministry of Health and Government, these are the topics that you discuss when you're in school. Then maybe when you go to campus, it can be broader. But like for school, there are specific topics you have to talk about. Even if someone, you know the school students can want to be provocative. Even if they ask, you try to find a way of like closing. Because we'll be streaming these sessions online. So we don't want to be quoting. They're saying, Richard Hand peer educators, they talk to young children about how to have an abortion. So the very last one, and then I'm done.
Well, thank you, Lynn, for this yet another opportunity. I wanted to ask a question. For example, if a person is in a relationship with a... So these two, maybe they are really in love with one another. But if these two are out, for example, they have gone, for example, it is a conference, and then they're like becoming enemies to one another. Sometime, maybe if I see, if you're informing a girl, you're asking a girl in a conference, how is your sweetheart? Someone loses, chops the wire actually. So, I want to ask, is that a healthy relationship or not? Because outside you're feeling ashamed at talking about your sweetheart. But on your phone, you are in a serious relationship. So is that a healthy relationship or not?
First of all, you guys asking people personal questions about their love lives. You guys, because honestly, and this is just more of like, I don't think there is an accurate answer to what she has asked, or a perfect answer. But honestly, where am I with my friend, or with Bob, who is my workmate, and I'm asking about his personal life? Does that make sense? Like, for which reason? For which purpose? At the end of the day, you have to understand the relationship you have first with this person. If they're your friend, and you guys are friends to that point where you discuss relationship issues, maybe then, if they ask you about your partner, you shouldn't get mad. And that doesn't mean if you ask me about my relationship and I'm being furious, it's because it's unhealthy. No. For you, why are you invading my space? Why are you asking me about, do you want to take my boyfriend? Like, well, how is this information going to benefit you? Please tell me. You see, and at the end of the day, I think when it comes to romantic relationships and other relationships, please draw boundaries, guys. Even with your friends. You know? Why do you think guys end up being in a relationship with you. Then before you know it, they are vibing your friend. Then they are vibing your other cousin or sister. You guys bring this shit to yourselves, the girls. You want to familiarize. Have boundaries. And I don't think there will be a right answer to this. It just depends on how you carry yourself. For fact, for me, my friends can never hang out with my boyfriend. For which reason? Why is my sister chilling with my man? How? What are you? Why are you, my man, telling me you have a best friend who is a girl? I mean, are you your best friend? What are you saying? You get? So there was never an accurate answer to that, but that doesn't mean if someone is being aggressive about that, it's because they are in an unhealthy relationship with their partner. No, maybe she also knows these are like flings, so it's nothing serious. She doesn't want you to know. Or, like, why are you invading her space? Are you friends with her to that point where you can discuss relationships? Are you just friends? Because sometimes people can be disrespectful, yeah? And they over want to know. We know those people in society. They over want to know. You get? She has another question.
Lynn, just something small. Thank you once again. I have asked this question because many people are out there. They come in maybe, let's say, a conference or a workshop, and they be like, my name is Joshua. I have moved together with my sweetheart, seated right there in the corner, so stand up and wave to these people. So, if they are really in that relationship and the sweetheart is seated the other far, sometimes you feel like there is something wrong. So I think a healthy relationship, someone should be proud of his or her spouse. So
you guys, because honestly, you guys, relationship things, I don't think there is a proper romantic relationships. I don't think there is a proper guideline or book to these things, honestly. You get? If I've gone with my partner at a conference and I'm seated behind and he's introducing me and he's even telling me, hey, please, and then you even stand up, you wave, I don't think there's a problem with that, right? Like, I don't have to be in your space all the time, you know? You get? And if it's something that we both like, that every time we are somewhere, you have to introduce me, because we know those things parents do them. You get? They go out, you know, this is my wife. Right? You wave wherever you are, it's okay. If also you guys, if are in that relationship, I guess it works for you. But for me, I can't. Like, how do you start introducing me and telling me to wave? How? Like, honestly, that's just so funny. For me, you get? So that's why I'm telling you, relationships work differently. Yeah? For you, it may be something very important to you. That how can we be in a space together and you don't introduce me? Yeah? Trust me. Me, I'll be in a space with you, my boyfriend, but I'll act like I don't even know you. Like I've even never seen you. Yeah? And maybe for us, it works for us like that. So everyone has things that work for them. Yeah? You guys, you're still young. Maybe even just stop there. You guys are still, you have a long way to go, so you'll figure it out. Okay, guys, bye.
Yes. Guys. First of all, I want to thank our facilitator for the wonderful words that you have given to us about love, isn't it? Relationship. Communication in romantic. Wait. At first. Wait. Let me first. At first, she said, who were in a romantic relationship? I said, when she asked me about how are you communicating in a romantic relationship, remember guys, I told you the things I need. Then after, she went into communication as a broad. So I want to appreciate for that, because most of us, we have been lacking communication skills. We could move and we failed to talk to people, but a good chance today we have learned that. I really appreciate for that. And also, this is a small announcement. If you need the counseling relationship, I can offer it. If the mothers, I can also do family counseling. I can also, these are the services that I do as a counselor. Career guidance as I do. So let us do Abago. Are you steady? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, start. Abago, 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 Kalabanda, Kalabanda. Lindako, I'm giving you, this is a vibe. Yeah? Okay. Kalabanda, 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 facilitator. Wow, 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 wow.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Perfect. You've heard from Lynn, and I won't add anything. So we have a session on Saturday, like I've been communicating for the past days. The facilitator is going to talk to us about how we transition from volunteering or peer education to employment. But he wants you to pose questions to him that will guide his presentation. So make sure you get a copy of this and write your question if you have. If you don't have, write Kalombolombo. We have one of us, and before I even introduce her, I know some of us have initiatives. Some of you have already reached out to me and you're dreaming big. You want to support your communities by establishing NGOs, initiatives, anything that can help transform lives of young people in your communities. Yeah? So amongst us, we have someone who has already started something. Yeah? We are going to give her 5 minutes to talk to us as we write our questions and Kalombolombo. Probably we'll get inspiration from her. Thank you.
Hello. Hi. As you have known, I'm Kenyan. I'm very glad to be here. Poa sana. So I am Joan Chanya. Chanya like this. I'm very grateful to be here. Introduction. Let me introduce myself. I'm from Kenya. I'm Taita. I'm so sure you know Luo, Kikuyu, but we are a kind of minority. So I'm from Taita. What else? I'm 28 years old. I'm single, not married. Looking for a Ugandan one somewhere. Actively looking. I'm really grateful for this chance. So how did I know about Reach a Hand? I think 6 years ago, 2018 or 2019, I'm at a conference in, how many know Nairobi? Most of you know Nairobi. So I went to Nairobi for a conference. That's where I met Humphrey 5-6 years ago. And I like talking to people, communicating, networking. We're told your network is your net worth, right? The people you meet elevate you, right? So while I was there, I met Humphrey. I made this connection with him. I've been looking at what he's posting on Reach a Hand pages and everything. And let me go back to my life story, why I chose to inspire young people. Huh? So when I was 19 or 20, my first year in campus, I met this man on Instagram. Chatting. I didn't know Nairobi. The same way you can live in Harare, then now come to Kampala, right? So I was in Mombasa. I'm from Mombasa. So IG chatting, introduced me. He told me, come to Nairobi, I'll send you fare. And innocently, I used to model. I am Miss Curvy 2018, Nairobi County. There is that also. So before then, he was a media personality. So it was more interesting to meet him, right? So I went to Nairobi. He took me to some short training for modeling. But this guy liked me also. Remember that it was the plan to get me to Nairobi and to woo me and everything, right? So it was so nice. Actually, when I got to Nairobi, I was like, where am I? I'm so happy to be in the capital city, yes. He took good photos of me, my page, my modeling page. That's how I grew. I'm grateful for that opportunity, by the way, from him. I got pregnant at 20, right? I was in Mombasa campus. So I had lied to my parents, I'm going to Nairobi for modeling, but it was him. I got pregnant. And I remember I told my dad I'm not going to stop school because of it. So I carried on, stayed in campus with my child, going to class and everything. And I did my degree finally. I'm grateful for that chance. Afterwards, when I met Humphrey, it grew in my heart that these young ladies out there are also getting pregnant, right? And some of them are being told, just stop school, stay home, find a way to raise your child. But I didn't. So it grew and I continued, and public health is about SR, yes, and all that, right? It's like a branch of public health. So I got to major in this, and I found my way growing and growing in this. Apart from that, I have an initiative. It's called the Big Sister Initiative. What I do is there, I create a safe haven. When you approach a lady, a young girl, you have to talk to her gently, right? For her to open up about what she's going through. So these young girls don't just talk to you freely like that. Or you can't be in a class with all of them, just they expect you to talk to them, tell you I have this boyfriend, this and this. So what I do, I have a call line for these young girls. If there's any boy older than them approaching them on such issues, can we have sex? You see? Can you give me a kiss? Because it starts from there. So these young girls from 8 years, 9 years, I have a 9-year-old who got pregnant with twins in Kenya. The same issue, come, I'll give you 50 bob. 50 bob is around 2,000 or something like that. I'll give you that amount, just come spend time with me. That's how they get pregnant, right? So my initiative creates this safe space for these young girls to call you, like a big sister, like the Big Sister Initiative, to call you and reach out. I have this boy talking to me like this. No, now you minimize them having regular sex. I give them condoms, actually. I give them condoms also. When they can't, like they have no other option, the guy has to have sex, they give them the man condoms, you see. So I create this safe space for these young girls, and in turn I help them. So Humphrey has been seeing what I do. So he told me I have these peer educators. We are trying to, hopefully by end of this month, we're going to try to put Reach a Hand in Kenya. You understand? So that's why I'm here, to see what you guys do. Then eventually, some of you might come to Kenya with me and try to work to help these young girls, right? Apart from that, also, I've done several short courses. I'm in construction, apart from public health. I'm in construction, I deal with roads, social safeguards. I don't know if you understand social safeguards. I take care of the community, the environment in construction. Yeah, so I'm really grateful for this chance to talk to you guys. If you have anything to, if you want to talk to me for any inspiration, you can reach out. Feel free. Nice to meet you. And then before that, where? Okay. No, thank you.
Keep writing the kalombolombo and the questions. You don't see? You raise up your hand. We are from a session of communication. Eh? Communicate. Raise up your hand, ask for the. You're done, eh? So, our peer group is for all of us. To communicate, to talk about anything we want to talk about. But for personal businesses, we request that you use the opportunity I give here to pitch to your clients. Yeah? We don't want you to start sharing a lot of your content in the group because people lose out on important communication. It's a good thing to share in the group because it's yours, but let's keep it for other conversations. So I want to give opportunity to 3 or 4 people who have businesses and you want to talk to us about them. I will start with my brother. I'm going to give him another opportunity to talk about our business of shoes and clothes. And 2 others, or 3. Okay. The first 3, by the way.
Yeah. Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon. Mine is not a business. I don't know if it's a business though, but it's a YouTube channel. Not mine exactly. We're just like a group. It's called Zukuka. It has content like spoken word poetry. Do you guys know spoken word poetry? Yeah, slam poetry, actually spoken word. So there is some interesting content there. So feel free to subscribe and maybe watch some of the videos. Like Zukuka. Yeah, Zukuka.
Yeah. Good afternoon once again. To me, I have a business that I started recently. By the time we are taught here. Currently, I do liquid shop. Yesterday, was it? Yeah, yesterday I brought a sample. Madam Letitia, she has the sample that I did. And also when you check in the group, you can see. My liquid shop, it is called Top Cleaners. Top Cleaners. So, if you're going back to school, those who are preparing to go back to school, or if you have your dad is having a business, or you can tell your mom to order a 5-liter jerrycan, it is at 10,000. I will give that, 10,000. A big one, it will be at 25. So if you want to support me, I'm there. You can tell me, Joseph. My number is there in the group. I can deliver for you. I can bring it if you want it here. Can bring it. Or if you want it somewhere, can also bring it. Guys, let us start businesses, isn't it?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is still Nyanzi Elvis Victor. So basically, as I said last time, I deal in garments, basically designer clothes, outfits generally. So that is to say sneakers, t-shirts, boyfriend jeans, cargo pants, baseball capes, Chelsea boots and other boots. So in case you're interested in any outfit, you can just reach out to me. My contact is in the group. So if you're interested in coming in personally to where the shop is, you can reach Nana Center. It's CF03. Yeah. So particularly, it's RF03. I'd made a mistake. RF03. That's the shop number. In case of anything that you in need of, sneakers, Jordans, everything, you can just reach out to me and I can bring it to you. Yeah, it's in the city center, in front of the new tax park, next to Capital Center. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Jeremiah, and basically what I deal in is I work with a crew called The Events. We deal with functions, weddings, birthday parties. We come with the system, speakers. We even have camera, media stuff. We record free videos, take photographs. They're legit. But in case of any big place that we have a laptop, we have any amount, we have everything. Thank you.
The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sex and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy. We empower young people in communications. We empower them in